the chosen one after Messi.
He's arguably better than Messi at this stage.
He's obviously already bettered Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lamine Yamal is a phenomenon. He is energetic, he is exciting, he is bloody entertaining, fearless and unpredictable. He feels like both a throwback to wingers of old and a glimpse into the future of the position. He's lit up some of football's biggest stages and led his teams to glory. At a time when the game was beginning to feel robotic and stale, Yamal is a breath of fresh air. He is also just 17 years old. And unfortunately, there is nothing fresh or new about the way the media is covering him. There is no doubt, Lamine Yamal is an incredibly special talent, one of the best in the world right now. He's the kind of player who can make a whole new generation fall in love with the beautiful game. For me, what truly sets him apart is his ability to deliver when it matters most. That stunning strike in the Euro semi-final comes to mind instantly. There's something abnormal, almost surreal about what he's doing at just 17. But do we really need to compare every wonderkid to Lionel Messi? It was this BBC article that pushed me to make this video. And it's not just that piece. There's also this one from ESPN and many others, I'm sure. My issue with these articles isn't that they praise Yamal. He deserves every drop of praise coming his way. The problem is that they create expectation, and not just any expectation, the most impossible one of all. Because prime Messi was not just great, he was an alien, a statistical outlier, a once-in-a-century player who defied logic season after season in every possible metric. But we've done this before, again and again and again. 2007. At 17 years and 19 days, Bojan Krkić breaks Lionel Messi's record as Barcelona's youngest ever La Liga debutant. A month later, he becomes their youngest ever league goalscorer. Soon after that, the youngest player to score in a Champions League knockout tie.
Gol de Bojan Krkić, la jugada de Henry.
He ends his debut season with 10 league goals, breaking Raul's long-standing record. He had kept Thierry Henry out of the starting 11. The headlines were everywhere.
Marcó Bojan, marcó el príncipe.
Remate de Bojan Krkić que supone el segundo gol para el Fútbol Club Barcelona. Minuto 7 de juego.
Then, 7 years after his Barcelona debut, he signs for Stoke. In retirement, Bojan has spoken candidly about his lifelong battle with anxiety and how the pressure shaped him. We are always looking for the new Messi, the new Ronaldinho, but the same people who call you the new Messi are the ones who call you a failure. I understand it is part of the game, but that conditioned me. They did not let me be myself.
I went to Rome or when I went to Milan, you go there not as a Bojan, you go there as a new star, as a new Messi. So there, if you go there and you play good, it's not enough. You need to be the best, you need to be the Messi.
2007. AC Milan raise eyebrows when they spend £15 million on a skinny 17-year-old Brazilian dubbed the next Ronaldo. When he finally debuts, Alexander Pato explodes.
È servito Pato in profondità. Controllo di Pato.
9 goals in just 18 games. Carlo Ancelotti claims he's better than Ronaldinho. Kaká praises his pace, his footwork and his natural striker's instinct. The following year, he scores 18 goals, wins the Golden Boy and is hailed as Milan's future. When Kaká leaves for Madrid, the torch is passed to Pato, and for a moment, he looks ready to carry it. But then come the injuries, recurring hamstring problems, long layoffs, and slowly the stories start to change. They're now about his nightlife, his distractions, his desire. Later, Pato would reflect, "When I became the Golden Boy in 2009, I didn't think about the Ballon d'Or. I was just having fun, and then, opa, a prize. I was unstoppable when I was living in the present. But my head got stuck in the future. In my head, I was already holding the Ballon d'Or. You can't help it, man. It's very hard not to get affected." In 2012, he was awarded the Bidon d'Or, or Golden Trash Can, a satirical prize given to Serie A's worst player. It was a brutal fall, but not a rare one. 2017, an 18-year-old Kylian Mbappe is the hottest property in world football. He's just had a staggering breakout season. 15 goals and 11 assists in 29 Ligue 1 appearances, helping Monaco win their first championship in 17 years.
Laissez-le sur un terrain celui-là. Petit phénomène. Kylian Mbappé.
In the Champions League, he bags 6 goals in 9 games and takes them to the semi-finals. He is the talk of the town, already being likened to Thierry Henry. The frighteningly fast forward sparks a bidding war amongst Europe's elite. It looks certain he'll go to Real Madrid and become the heir to Ronaldo's throne, but then PSG swoop in. They've just broken the world transfer record for Neymar, and now in a highly unconventional loan deal with an obligation to buy, they sign Mbappe, making him the second most expensive player ever and the most costly teen of all time. The hype builds further as he impresses in his debut season in Paris. Then comes the World Cup. At just 19, Mbappe becomes the first teenager since Pelé to score twice in a World Cup knockout match, destroying Messi's Argentina with a phenomenal 4-minute brace. He then scores in the final, again the first team to do so since Pelé, helping France defeat Croatia and win the World Cup. He is named the tournament's best young player. He is the future of football. With Messi and Ronaldo now in their 30s, the sport is ready for a new king, and it seems Mbappe is the one. Fast forward to today, and while he is undoubtedly still one of the world's top players, he hasn't quite become what many imagined. Not yet anyway. Instead of a legacy like Messi's, Mbappe feels more like a brand, a business, the face of a new, commercialized era in football. 2019, just 6 days after making his debut, Ansu Fati becomes Barcelona's youngest ever La Liga goalscorer, aged just 16 and 304 days.
Gol de Ansu Fati!
2 weeks later, he becomes the youngest player to score an assist in the same match in the league's history.
Ansu Fati a Daniel Vaz hace el pase de la muerte para que llegue de Jong.
Not long after that, he scores the winner at the San Siro, becoming the youngest goalscorer in Champions League history.
Ansu Fati.
In a turbulent time for Barcelona, Fati, a La Masia product, is a rare spark of hope, a ready-made heir to Messi. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Let's start off with Ansu Fati. Shall we say it? Very impressive today.
It was simply breathtaking from him, from the youngster down that left-hand side.
At this age, he scored more goals than Messi had when he too was 17, and so I think it's legitimate to be incredibly excited about him.
The great man himself sees the potential and offers his support, but also issues a warning. He is a great player and has the right things to be successful, Messi says. But if I look at it through my eyes, I would like them to include him slowly, just like they did with me when I started, taking things calmly and easily and not putting pressure on him. But Barcelona don't heed that advice. Fati makes an electric start to the 2021 season, breaking more records, playing almost every game and lighting up the pitch. Then it happens. He tears his meniscus, a serious injury that sidelines him for almost a year. The comeback is slow, complicated by recurring health issues. His confidence is visibly shaken. The brave and bold winger who once played with abandon now looks uncertain, cautious. He's only 22. There is still time to rediscover his spark. But that likely won't be at Barcelona. Lamine Yamal is the star boy now. Alen Halilovic, Ryan Gold, Adnan Januzaj, Jack Wilshere, the list of players burdened by unfair comparisons goes on and on. Because the thing is, those headlines stick. They become a heavy weight around the necks of these players, and invariably, a few years down the line, the tone shifts. The same publications are asking, what happened to the next Messi? What went wrong for the next Ronaldo? Given everything that can go wrong, not just in football, but in life, injuries, distractions, bad advice, we have to do better than piling pressure on these hyper-talented players who, in truth, are still little more than children.
He isn't the man who might have won the game. He's the young boy who might have won. Yeah.
And with Yamal, the warning signs are already there. Barcelona have had their financial struggles of late, and as such are forced to rely too much on him. He has already made 100 appearances for the club, 3 years younger than Messi was when he reached the same milestone. And Yamal himself sounds fed up with the comparisons. I don't compare myself to him, because I don't compare myself to anyone, and much less Messi, the best player in history. I don't think the comparison makes sense. With Messi, even less. I'm going to enjoy myself and be myself, and that's exactly what I suggest we do. Let's live in the moment. Let's appreciate how good Lamine Yamal is now. Let's enjoy the astonishing things he's doing today, because as Mark Twain said, comparison is the death of joy. Nobody was calling Messi the GOAT when he was 17. Of course, I hope Yamal continues to delight and defy logic for the next 2 decades. I hope he becomes one of the all-time greats. But if he doesn't, that should be okay okay too. He doesn't need to be the second coming of Leo Messi. He just needs to be the first Lamine Yamal.
When he came to the famous academy at Barcelona, his record in terms of goals was better than Lionel Messi.
Well, I can remember all the speculation of how good he was going to be when he came in. He was the next big thing, and unfortunately it didn't quite work for him.